Welcome in, everybody, to Smith County High Schools. The Upperman Bees get set to take on the Smith County Owls, a non-district game here on the road in Carthage, Tennessee. And an absolutely beautiful day for baseball. 78 degrees and the sun shining, not too many clouds in the sky. Wind blowing out to right field today, and it should be a good day for baseball. My name's Jacob Vincent right here on the UCR Facebook page and a YouTube channel. If you're tuned in today, make sure you give us a share, a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Our game today presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. For the Upperman Bees this season, 6-7 on the year. A couple of wins against White County earlier this week, and now on the road at Smith County for the first time this season. The Owls enjoying a very good season so far. 11-1 on the year, and their only loss to Stone Memorial earlier this season, and they were able to bounce back against Stone Memorial in game number 2 as well. Let's take you through the lineups for both sides. First for the Upperman Bees, Braden Green leads it off at second base. Justin Fallon out in center field. He bats second. Chris Worsing will be on the mound batting third. Carson Troop cleans it up at third base. Juju Yano bats fifth. He's the shortstop. Carson Holroyd will bat sixth out in right field. Alec Wilson, the first baseman, bats seventh. Rookie Allison is behind the plate batting eighth. And Evan Huddleston in left batting ninth. Braden Green has hit the ball very well this week against White County. His first home run of the season in the Monday night game down in Sparta, and then continued hitting the ball well in Baxter on Tuesday. Going 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored, and has slid into this leadoff role nicely as the first pitch across from Jaden Preston is a strike. Preston, the last pitch last Saturday against Pope, where he went 4 innings. This one back up the middle by Green, and that'll be through for a base hit. And Braden Green gets the swinging started for the Bees early on in this one, who have really been swinging a good bat. 8 hits the other night on Tuesday, and a 12-0 win against White County. Only played 5 innings in that game, of course. Juju Yano, the big story in that game, as he went all 5 innings and threw a no-hitter on 69 pitches. And just the hit batter away from a perfect game as well in those 5 innings. Justin Fallon steps in for the first time. That one absolutely hammered out to left center. Center fielder on a run. Gammon right in front of the wall. Hits the wall and bounces down. Fallon takes a turn at first. He'll stay over at first. Braden Green advances all the way up to third. And it's runners on the corners for the Bees early on. And Fallon jumping on the first pitch and cranking that one out to left center, off the wall and down. And again, I mentioned it, the wind blowing out here today. Back-to-back singles to open up this one for the Bees, and they've got runners on the corners with Mr. Single himself, Chris Worsing, coming to the plate. Worsing batting .341 on the campaign so far. 15 hits on the season, all of them singles so far. Preston working out of the stretch on the mound. He'll check over to first. And back in time is the speedy Fallon. Of course, Fallon's still working back in, trying to get back to 100%. And probably a big reason why he's over there at first base instead of second base right now. Green over at third for the Bees. Nobody out here in the top half of the first. Worsing swings at this one, sends it out to left field. In between the gap, and that ball is down as well. The Bees are going to score their first run of the game as Chris Worsing finds his first extra base hit of the game, of the season, I should say. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Bees here on the road at Smith County, and runners on second and third with nobody out, and a 1-0 lead. So Chris Worsing able to crank that one out to the wall as he plates Braden Green. Justin Fallon moves up to third. And runners on second and third now for Carson Troop, who steps to the plate. And Preston, I mentioned it in the 4 innings of work, gave up 8 hits in his outing last Saturday. Did have 4 strikeouts, but he gave up 5 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. Preston will bring it home to Shoop. The breaking ball got him to swing through, and it's 0-1. And it's been first pitch swinging for the Bees early on here in this first inning. No 1 count here to Carson Shoop at the plate. Runners on second and third. Still nobody out here in the top half of the first for the Bees. And that one's in the dirt for ball 1. Of course, the beautiful facility here at Smith County been built up the last couple of years. Built the press box last year. The bleachers here as well, which we're on top of right behind home plate. Preston ready to go with a 1-1. That one fouled back into the wall. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out yet here in the top half of the first. Shoup with the runners on second and third. And Carson Shoup, 7 runs batted in so far this season. He's third on the team in that category. Preston with a 1-2. Ground ball right side of the infield, glove by Montgomery. Trying to beat Shoup to the bag, will do so. Gets the out there, and that'll be the first out of the inning. This plates another run, and so it's a 2-0 lead now for the Upperman Bees, and the runner moving up to third base as well. So Juju Yano will step to the plate now with 1 gone here in the top half of the first on the RBI ground outs by Carson Shoup. They brought that one in there for a strike to Juju Yano. Preston delivers the 0-1. There's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Juju Yano will be back at shortstop today for the Bees, who threw it really well in the outing on Tuesday. This one, the breaking ball, got him to swing through. Jaden Preston able to get his second out of the inning. So 2 gone now, 2 runs across for the Bees here in the top half of the first. Still a runner over at third with Carson Holroyd coming to the plate. First strikeout of the day for Jaden Preston on the mound. It was a hot start, back-to-back singles by Braden Green and Justin Fallon, and the double by Chris Worsing as that one's across for a strike. And it's 0-1 to Carson Holroyd. And Chris Worsing's double, his first extra base hit of the season. The 0-1, fouled back into the net, and Preston quickly ahead 0-2. 2 runs across, another runner standing at third for the Bees, and an 0-2 count to Carson Holroyd at the plate with 2 gone. Preston trying to battle back and limit the damage. Here comes the 0-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, able to get out of the inning and strand the runner over at third. But a 2-0 lead for the Upperman Bees. We head to the bottom of 1. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Back here at Smith County High School, getting started in the bottom half of the first. It's a 2-0 lead for the Upperman Bees. Chris Worsing out on the mound for the Bees in this one. Out in the field behind the plate, rookie Allison. Over at third base is Carson Shoup. Shortstop is Juju Yano. Braden Green at second with Alec Wilson at first. In the outfield, Evan Huddleston in left. Center fielder is Justin Fallon, and Carson Holroyd is in right. For the Smith County Owls, they'll come out like this. Wyatt Claywell is the leadoff batter. Bennett Gammon bats second. Max Long, the catcher, bats third. Ethan Montgomery, he cleans it up. Riley Martin bats fifth, while Morgan Sinclair will bat sixth. Walker Hackett is the DH batting seventh. Caden Mason batting eighth, and batting ninth is Jaden Preston. The second baseman, Cole Hackett, not batting as he's being hit for by Walker Hackett. Chris Worsing on the mound so far this season, a 3.87 ERA. He's got a 1.2 record. This is his 5th appearance and 4th game started. 12 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 14 runs, but only 7 have been earned. 8 walks and 12 strikeouts. And that first one across for ball 1. White Claywell leading it off for the Owls, who trail 2-0. That one across for a strike, and the count evens up at 1 apiece for Chris Wersing. 82 on the gun for Wersing, who will get it up into the mid-80s. We saw that from Juju Yano. He was right around 82, 83, and then pumped it up to 86 towards the end of his outing. 82 again as that one misses for ball 2, and a 2-1 count to Claywell at the plate. The Smith County team 11-1 so far on the season. A couple of wins against Jackson County earlier. There was a big swing and a miss, 2-2. 85 on the gun from Wersing that time. Again, it is warm out today, so these arms are going to be loose. Mentioned about 78 at the start of game time today. Wersing ready for the 2-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it's a Thompson Machinery and Cattle Rental Store strikeout for the first out of the inning for Chris Wersing and the Upperman Bees defense. That's good for Wersing as well, trying to get it going here against a really good Smith County offense. And speaking of, Bennett Gammon will step to the plate now. One of the best hitters in the Upper Cumberland stepping in the left-handed batter's box. Wersing out of the windup, brings it home. And across for strike 1. We've seen Gammon hit some nukes in this field in the last few years. The 0-1. Big swing, 0-2. Wersing already a strikeout, trying to go quickly through Gammon here, the second batter of the inning. The 0-2. Swung on, and that'll be fouled off out of play to the left side. Sounded like it caught one of the cars parked on the street down to our left. Of course, houses and streets all around the field here. The 0-2 misses low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wersing already up to 86 miles an hour on the fastball here in the first. The 1-2. High in the air out to right field. Going back Holroyd, and he just watches this one sail. Bennett Gammon puts it over the fence, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. He got a 1-2 pitch right over the heart of the plate, and Bennett Gammon sent it for a ride. And that's why this Owls team is so dangerous. They can strike back in a hurry. And Gammon sends that one up and out of here. So 2-1 now as Gammon sends it for a ride and right. And you can see Carson Holroyd, the right fielder, out there and right. He just kind of got to the fence and watched it sail over. He knew right away. Still 1 out in the inning, and Max Long coming to the plate for the Owls. Swing and a miss, and Wersing ahead 0-1. So Wersing got ahead on Gammon 0-2. Fouled off a pitch and then left one over the plate. That one misses high, 1-1. Comes the 1-1 from Chris Wersing. That's a called strike across 1-2 again. Wersing's been ahead in every batter so far. Got the strikeout to Claywell. Obviously the solo shot to Gammon, and now Max Long at the plate. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up in the infield. Playable right side. Green trying to find it in the sky. And he drops it. So going to be an E4 at second base, and Max Long finds his way aboard. Just popped right out of the glove. And a base runner aboard for the Owls here in the bottom half of the first. And that'll bring the cleanup batter to the plate in Ethan Montgomery. Montgomery, the first baseman for the Owls in this one. Now a runner at first in the form of Long. Wersing delivers, misses outside, 1-0. Bees back in action tomorrow, back at home in Baxter at noon. They'll get a fun one with Friendship Christian School, and of course no district games next week. They get Jackson County next week. Or beg your pardon, York Institute next week. That one misses low, and a good block up there by rookie Allison behind the plate. And 2-0 count to Montgomery at the plate. Another lefty in the lineup. Long over at first for the Owls. Here's the pitch from Worsing. And that one misses away. Now 3 balls and no strikes to Montgomery. Got the strikeout for the first out of the inning. Gammon sent it over the right field fence. The 3-0 swung on and fouled off. It's 3-1. Montgomery, the green light on 3-0. Unable to keep it in play and still ahead in the count here, 3-1. Worsing working out of the stretch with a runner over at first for the Owls. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that'll be a walk issued, and now runners on first and second for the Owls here in the bottom half of the first, trying to cut into that 2-1 Upperman lead. So the first walk issued by Chris Worsing, and it'll promote a visit to the mound. So mentioned for the Bees, no district action coming up next week, as that's kind of the off week for them, and then they'll get back into it afterwards. For Smith County, they get a really big series with Watertown coming up Monday and Tuesday. As Watertown is undefeated so far this season, and one of the best teams in 2A. Obviously, Smith County feels like they're also one of the best teams in the 2A classification. The Bees be at York coming up Tuesday, and then against Gornsville on Friday. They get White House after that, and then Lebanon on Saturday. So some fun ones coming up in Baxter next week, along with the road trip to Jamestown as well. So Riley Martin, the third baseman, will step in for the first time with the runners on first and second and one gone here in the bottom half of the first. Worsing delivers. Big swing and a miss, and Worsing able to get ahead 0-1. Worsing taking a peek back to second, now delivers home the 0-1, and ahead, and the count now 0-2 again is Chris Worsing. And able to get ahead in most of these batters. Max Long popped it up, and then it was the error at second base to get on base. Here's the 0-2. That one gets all the way to the backstop, bounces back. Rookie Allison trying to barehand it, and everybody's going to advance safely. Hit the top of the brick backstop, which obviously isn't too far back here. We're kind of right behind it. And now runners at second and third, and a 1-2 count to Riley Martin. Martin will ask for time and take a beat. A lot of people on hand for this one. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon for some baseball. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. It's the second out of the inning. A Thompson Machinery and Cattle Rental Store strikeout number 2 for Chris Worsing on the mound. Got him to look at that one for the second out of the inning, and now trying to get a really big third out against Morgan Sinclair, the shortstop, step into the plate for the Smith County Owls. Worsing now working out of the windup with the runners on second and third and 2 gone. And goes a little high and inside that time. I'm going to say he did not go. Kind of dove out of the way and checked the swing at the same time. Here's the 1-0 from Worsing. Swing and a miss, 1-1. New uniforms for the Bees today. The all grays with bees across the front of the chest. Debuting them for the first time this season. Comes the 1-1 from Worsing. And misses high that time. 2 balls and a strike to the batter in Morgan Sinclair. Worsing ready to go, brings it home. Called strike, it's 2-2. Working on what would be his third Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout of the inning to get out of it and strand 2 runners. Sinclair chokes way up. Horsing misses inside to the backstop, but rookie Allison able to get back there quickly. Again, there is padding back there, but it's pretty short to the backstop here at Smith County, so it's going to be tough to score from third base. Horsing delivers, and a foul tip will do it again. Mentioned Horsing working right in the mid-80s right now. Started at 82, got up to 86. Full count with 2 gone. Horsing popped up, shallow right field. Holroyd trying to find it in the sky, and he will make the grab for the final out of the inning. Through 1, and the Bees retain their lead. It's 2-1 as we head to the second inning. The Bees coming back to the plate. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Top of the second inning here in Carthage at Smith County High School. Well, kind of just beyond Smith County High School, I guess, if you want to get technical with it. You can kind of see the field house in left field, the high school beyond that over left field. Getting started here in the top of the second, 7-8-9 due up for the Bees. Alec Wilson, rookie Allison, and Evan Huddleston here in the inning. They've got a 2-1 lead. And Bennett Gammon, the only scoring so far for Smith County on the other side. That pitch inside from Preston, and it's 1-0. He was throwing strikes early and often in this one. We got some help from Mr. Gammon as well with a big umbrella behind us. Oh, that's a big help. We'll cool the iPad off as well. Perfect. And provide some shade and cool the iPad off in the process. Here's the pitch from Preston. The breaking ball misses inside. And it's 3-0 to Alec Wilson at the plate. Delivery from Preston misses inside, and that'll be a Nick's Restaurant walk issued to Alec Wilson, who will make his way down to first base. So the first base runner aboard here in the inning for the Bees. And the first walk issued as well by Jaden Preston on the mound. Preston allowed 3 straight hits and then was able to ground down a couple of strikeouts to get out of that first inning. As rookie Allison will step in for the first time with a runner on first for Upperman. Preston brings it home. Kind of got away from long behind the plate. Wilson trying to advance up to second and gets in there safely. So it was a strike at the plate to Allison, but advancing as they get out past the catcher is Wilson at second. It'll be runner in scoring position for rookie Allison now with a 0-1 count. Again, a big shout out to Mr. Gammon helping us out with a big umbrella behind us and cool down the iPad a little bit. Good bunt put down by rookie Allison. Coming on to it, Riley Martin makes a good throw to first and gets the out there, but it gets the job done as Alec Wilson moves up to third base. And another run 90 feet away now for the Upperman Bees with 1 gone. So the sack bunt for rookie Allison moves Alec Wilson all the way over to third. And Evan Huddleston, kind of your secondary leadoff batter to the plate for the first time today. Huddleston, a couple of games so far. He's got 1 hit, 1 run scored. And this one right back up the middle, and he's going to drive in a run. Evan Huddleston, first pitch he sees, sends it right back to center field. And Alec Wilson comes home to score. It's a 3-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. And the Bees have been aggressive early on in counts. And Evan Huddleston continuing that trend. So back to the top it goes, and Braden Green, who singled and came around to score the first run of the game for the Bees. He hit it to the right side of the infield. Check over to first. Got Huddleston leaning. Pretty good check, and he gets back in there safely. Preston ready to go. Check over again. He got him. Going to get him in a run down. Montgomery throws to second. Huddleston in the middle of it out there. He's going to try to dive back in, and he is out. Smith County able to run it to perfection to get the outs on Evan Huddleston. Is diving in there to get him was Morgan Sinclair all the way from his shortstop position. Chased him back to the bag. And gets the second out of the inning, and now no base runners on for Braden Green. He had him leaning the first time, was able to dive back in safely. That time Huddleston off the bag gets thrown out. And the breaking ball across for strike one to Braden Green with 2 gone now. And Preston working out of the windup. The 0-1. High in the air out to right. Braden Green sends it on a right. Right fielder is back. That's at the wall and gone. How about Braden Green for his second home run of the season? Braden Green hit one Monday night in Sparta. He gets his second of the season here at Smith County. And it's a 4-1 Bees lead. So another solo shot, this time for Braden Green. His second of the season. And how about this run that Braden Green has been on this week? My goodness. 3 for 4 Monday night, 2 for 4 Tuesday night, and already 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored, a run driven in. And a 4-1 lead for the Bees here in the top half of the second with 2 gone. Justin Fallon coming to the plate. And a strike across to Fallon. Well, how important was it for Preston to get the out of Huddleston over at first now, with Green putting that one over the fence? A little check swing, misses a little bit low, and it's 1-1. About the same exact spot that Bennett Gammon hit his in that last half inning as well, over that right field fence. This one swinging through, and a 1-2 count now on Justin Fallon at the plate. Jaden Preston, he'll challenge you with strikes. He's going to work his defense out there. 2 gone in the inning. Nobody on. Justin Fallon at the plate. He'll choke up a little bit with 2 strikes on him. Preston delivers and misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fallon ripped a single that hit the wall back in the first. He came around to score as well. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Preston able to get out of the inning again. We head to the bottom of 2, but 2 more runs across for the Bees, and it's a 4-1 lead. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's a 4-1 lead for the Upperman Bees, getting going here in the bottom of 2. 7-8-9 due up for the Smith County Owls as well. Walker Hackett, Caden Mason, and Jaden Preston. Then back to the top of the lineup for the Owls here in the bottom of 2. Once again, Smith County 11-1 so far on the season. They beat Jackson County earlier this week in a couple of games. Their only loss this year to Stone Memorial. Of course, the Bees got a couple of wins against them in district play last week. They beat White County earlier this week in district play. No district games coming up next week for Upperman. All non-district games next week, but some fun ones. Worsing still on the mound. He had to work through some trouble in that first inning. Strand a couple of runners, and he's across for strike one with an 82-mile-an-hour fastball. Walter Hackett, the DH, who is batting for the second baseman Cole Hackett today. As that one is fouled off in a 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Worsing. The breaking ball misses inside. Had some good movement on it. Just started a little bit too high and inside. The count 2 balls and a strike. So Walker Hackett at the plate. And that one gets away from rookie Allison, and the count goes to 3-1. In that first inning, it was a strikeout to lead it off. Gammon then hit the solo shot. Long reached on the error, and then a walk issued to Montgomery. That one fouled off. Worsing delivers. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing. It's his third in the first out of the inning here in the second. Worsing had 30 pitches in that first inning. He would love to have a short work here against 7, 8, 9 in the lineup for the Owls. Caden Mason, the right fielder, will step in. Worsing delivers the first pitch, and that one misses a little bit low for ball 1. Mentioned it for Smith County. They've got the game today, and then they're off until Monday, but a big series coming up with Watertown Monday and Tuesday in district play for them. Top 2 teams in that district. That one misses for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 from Worsing. That one bounces in the dirt, and the count quickly now 3-0 to Caden Mason at the plate. Already 1 walk issued by Worsing with his first time through the lineup to Ethan Montgomery back in the first. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Worsing. And that one misses for ball 4, so that'll put a base runner aboard here with 1 gone in the bottom of the second for the Owls in the form of Caden Mason. Second walk issued. It'll bring Jane Preston, the pitcher, to the plate. As he looks down to Coach Malone Smith in that third base coach's box, who gives the signs. With a runner on first and 1 gone here in the second. Owls trailing 4-1. Upperman has been hammering the baseball here these last couple of weeks. Across for strike 1 there from Worsing. Double-digit hits in 4 straight games, and then only 8 hits, but only played 5 innings on Tuesday and scored 12 runs. They've already hit the baseball well early on in this one. That one misses inside for ball 1. 1-1 counts to Jaden Preston. Delivers for strike two right across the middle. And it's a 1-2 count to Preston at the plate with one gone. Wind has died down a little bit here at Smith County. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses just inside. It was a good one, just a little bit off the plate. The count goes to 2-2. Runner over at first in the form of Mason, who drew the walk. 2-2 count to Preston at the plate. The pitch from Worsing right down Broadway for a called strike three. It's another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing. It's his fourth through an inning and 2/3 so far. And it's back to the top for the Owls. Wyatt Claywell to the plate. He struck out his first time up, 0-1 so far. Check to first and back in safely. Cade Mason over there. He drew the walk. Claywell awaiting the first pitch from Chris Worsing. Pops this one up in the infield right side. Alec Wilson trying to find it. He says he has it. And he does for the final out of the inning. Through two, the Bees on top 4-1. They're coming back to the plate. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. We appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics all year long. Football, basketball, and here in the baseball season as well. If you need anything outdoor equipment-wise, whether it's lawnmowers, outdoor equipment in terms of chainsaws, power equipment, whatever you need, you can go to Gentry's Power Equipment. They're a steel dealer as well. And go check them out on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. That one misses away to Chris Worsing as Chris Worsing leads it off 3, 4, and 5 for the Bees here in the third. Worsing, Shoup, and Yano 2 up. 4 runs across, 2 each in the first and the second for the Bees so far. That one misses for ball 2, and it's 2-0 to Chris Worsing, who hit his first extra base hit of the season back in inning number 1 and drove in a run in the process. Preston brings home the 2-0. This one hit hard out to center field. Bennett Gammon's got an eye on it. He's underneath and will make the catch for out number 1. And so how about Chris Worsing? Now starting to hit the ball a little bit deeper for the Bees, but that one goes for out number 1. And Carson Shoup will step to the plate for the second time today. Shoup grounded out his last time, but did drive in a run for that second run of the inning in the first. Breaking ball in there for strike 1 from Preston. He's been pounding the zone early on, but the Bees been able to jump on him swinging the bat. 3 hits in the first, 2 more in the second. They've been swinging the bat really well so far this week, and even last week in the last weekend in Murfreesboro. It's an 0-2 count here to Carson Shoup after the swing and a miss. Preston delivers, and a good foul there by Shoup to stay alive, still 0-2. Absolutely perfect day for baseball here in Carthage. There's the 0-2. That ball drilled out to left, and that'll be down for a hit for Carson Shoup. 2 strikes on him, and he sends it on the right out to left field. And base runner aboard for the Bees to open it up here in the third with 1 gone. So Carson Shoup makes his way down to first after the single. 6th hit of the day for the Bees, and Juju Yano to the plate for the second time today. Was the first strikeout victim of the ball game for Jaden Preston on the mound. Again, last outing for Preston, he lasted 4 innings last Saturdays. That one's a strike across and a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 to Juju Yano, the shortstop for the Bees.
Have approach up there, too.
Out of the stretch comes Preston. The breaking ball popped up and out of play, and it's 0-2. Shoup over at first as he ripped the single into left. 1 gone in the inning after the flyout by Chris Worsing to open it up, and Yano at the plate with an 0-2 count. Check to first. And Preston's got a pretty good move. Obviously, we saw Huddleston get picked off in that last inning. Shoup able to dive back in safely that time, though. The 0-2. We'll do it again. A good battle brewing here between Juju Yano and Jaden Preston on the mound. Yano trying to find his rhythm. He has batted .405 this season for the Bees. Obviously, maybe a tick down from there after the strikeout early on. Here's the 0-2. This one high in the air. Center field, Gammon coming on to it in shallow center. And will make the catch for out number 2. So another fly out to center, and now 2 gone with Carson Holroyd coming to the plate. He struck out to end the first inning. Carson Shoup over at first base. The base runner for the Bees after the single. 2 gone here in the top half of the third. Whenever Upperman and Smith County get together, usually pretty good battles. This one swung on and out of play. Obviously, no Noah today. He is in Indianapolis today. He'll be cheering on the Vols coming up in a little over an hour. Here's the 0-1. That one's across for strike 2, and Preston trying to work his way through a clean inning here in the third for the first time today. Two runs across in the first, 2 more in the second for the Bees. They've got a runner aboard with 2 outs here in the third. Preston, the 0-2. Breaking ball is a called strike 3 on the inside corner, and that'll end the top of the third. We head to the bottom of 3. It's a 4-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Smith County coming back to the plate here in the bottom half of the third. 2, 3, and 4 due up for him. Bennett Gammon, Max Long, and Ethan Montgomery. A dangerous part in the lineup for the Owls. That's where they had their damage back in the first inning. Bennett Gammon cranked one over the right field fence for the solo shot. And I mentioned it as he was stepping in, one of the best hitters in the Upper Cumberland, and he obviously proved that with the one swing of the bat. He'll step in for the second time today. We've already seen two home runs today, one from Gammon, one from Braden Green for the Bees. It's a 4-1 lead right now for Upperman here in the bottom of 3, with Gammon stepping to the plate for the second time. It was a no-doubter off the bat of Gammon in AB number 1. First pitch will miss inside from Chris Worsing, who's worked through 2 innings, just allowing the 1 run so far. A little bit more clean in the second. He did walk a batter, but stranded him over at first base. Comes the 1-0 from Worsing. Breaking ball. Got him to swing through, 1-1. Seen Worsing up to 86 so far with a fastball. It's the first really good breaking ball we've seen. The 1-1. Up in the zone that time and ahead in the count 1-2. He was ahead on Gammon the first time through. Got to 2 strikes on him, and then he left one over the plate. Breaking ball again. Bouncer back up the middle, and Gammon puts it through. Bennett Gammon finds his second time aboard. A single for Gammon and leads it off here in the third. So now Gammon with all kinds of speed over at first base for the Owls, and Max Long will step to the plate for the second time. He reached on the error his first time up. On the pop fly to the right side of the infield. Worsing has had to deal with base runners in each inning so far, as that one misses for ball 1. Fourth start of the season for Chris Worsing. Trying to get a deep one here today with a game coming up tomorrow at noon against Friendship Christian School as well. But of course, no district games next week, so you really could throw whoever you want coming up tomorrow. And then don't play again until Tuesday at York. 2-0. Misses inside, and it's 3-0 to Long at the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third, and a runner at first for the Owls. The 3-0 is across for strike 1. Worsing trying to work his way back into it. Bees out in the field again. Yeah, they are the Upperman Bees. It's the Road Grays today. The Owls have the black tops and white bottoms. Owls across the fronts. That one is called strike 2. It gets away from rookie Allison, and advancing up to second base as it got away is Gammon. So a 3-2 count to Long at the plate. Gammon now stands at second base in scoring position with nobody out. Payoff. And fouled off. Do it again. Of course, they have the extended net around the backstop here at Smith County with the houses all around us. Down the right field and left field lines. This one back up the middle, off the mound. Yano at second base gloves. The throw to first in time to get the out. And a nice play by Juju Yano, but it gets the job done as Bennett Gammon makes his way up to third base. So it is the first out of the inning, but it works as a sacrifice as Max Long grounds out, and Bennett Gammon now stands 90 feet away to try to plate the second run of the game for the Owls, with Ethan Montgomery stepping to the plate for the second time. He walked his first time up, and that one misses for ball 1. Owls trying to chip away at this 4-1 advantage for the Bees. This one, left side, Yano right there, and a nice glove from his shortstop position for the second out of the inning. Just kind of flared out just enough for Yano to get over to it. And now 2 gone, and Worsing trying to strand the runner over at third base. So Riley Martin, who struck out looking his first time up, steps in for the second time today. The runner at third for the Owls, who trail 4-1. And that breaking ball will miss away for ball one. Bees in more non-district action coming up tomorrow at noon back in Baxter. As that one's fouled back into the net, I'll be back on the call for that one as well. And then Noah and I will be back at it next week. Might have some softball coming up next week as well. That breaking ball misses up, and it's 2-1. Gammon over at third, 2 gone in the inning. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Smith County's been making Worsing work. Deuce is wild, 2-2 with 2 outs. Worsing, swing and a miss. It's another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing, and he's through 3 with a 4-1 lead. The Bees on top. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Bees coming back to the plate here in the top half of 4. 7, 8, 9 due up again. Alec Wilson, rookie Allison, Evan Huddleston. Wilson walked his first time up. It's still Jaden Preston on the mound for the Smith County Owls. Really hadn't thrown bad. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. The Bees just been able to hit him. That one misses inside, though. And it's 1-0. Carson Newman signee at the plate, who has thrown it really well on the mound this season. You can maybe see him coming up tomorrow in the game against Friendship Christian. No district game coming up Monday, non-district game Tuesday at York. Might see Juju Yano in that one. Comes the 2-0. That one misses, and it's 3-0 again to Alec Wilson. Preston working out of the windup on the mound for the Owls, brings the 3-0. And that one misses for ball 4, so that'll be the second Nick's Restaurant walk issued to Alec Wilson. It's the only 2 walks issued so far for Preston on the mound. So Alec Wilson makes his way down to first. And rookie Allison is at the plate for the second time. He moved Wilson over on the sac bunt. Swinging at it is Allison, popped up and out of play right behind over the press box. And it's 0-1. I mentioned the wind was blowing out as we got here. It has since died down a little bit, but still moving around. It is picture perfect here in Carthage today. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, ripped to left side. Martin can't handle it. It's short. It's through to the outfield. And rookie Allison finds his way aboard. So a single for rookie. And Alec Wilson moves up to second base in the process, and it's runners on first and second again. And now Evan Huddleston at the plate, who singled in a run his last time up. Huddleston will step in with another runner in scoring position. Alec Wilson over at second base for the Bees. Turns to show bunt. Nobody holding on to Wilson at second, so he'll just get right back on the bag. Montgomery was coming in from first with the runner on second base. Of course, Evan Huddleston with a lot of speed as well. Puts it down, up that right side. Montgomery gloves. Can't get the throw anywhere, and everybody's safe. It was a fake throw to third, and that's going to be an infield bunt single for Evan Huddleston. So now it's bases loaded for the Bees after a great bunt by Huddleston. And back to the top of the lineup for Braden Green, the hottest hitter in the lineup right now for the Bees. 2 for 2 today. He had a solo shot his last time up. Singled and scored in the first. And a big opportunity for the Bees to tack on a few more. And time called for the Owls to talk it over on the mound with Jaden Preston. How about this run that Braden Green has been on? He was 3 for 4 Monday night with a home run, a triple, and a single. And they're going to make a change on the mound for the Smith County Owls with the bases loaded and Braden Green at the plate. We'll step aside. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Top of 4 here at Smith County. Bases loaded for the Bees and still nobody out. And it's a change on the mound as Wyatt Claywell comes in from left field. Onto the mound. Jaden Preston's day is done. Through the 3 innings of work, he is responsible for all 3 base runners on the board right now. And Claywell coming to the plate. Or coming to the mound, I should say, from his left field position. Caden Mason, who was out and right, went to left. And I mentioned Preston, he goes out to right field. Claywell, last time he pitched was in relief of Preston. That was on that Saturday game against Pope John Paul. He came in and actually got the win. Went 3 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Of his 45 pitches, 22 of them were strikes. So he gets it started against Braden Green. He's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. And he's got bases loaded with nobody out here in the top half of the 4th and already a 4-1 lead for the Bees. That breaking ball misses away to Green. 2 home runs already this week. We've seen a triple, single, and he went 2 for 4 in the win against White County on Tuesday night as well with a couple of runs scored. That one fouled back into the net. And it's 1-1. Braden Green got put into that leadoff spot earlier this week and has really flourished. Claywell a look in with a 1-1 count. Here And that one misses outside. And the count goes to 2-1 now with nowhere to put Braden Green at the plate. Breaking ball, right side. That ball through. Braden Green does it again. 1 run scores. They're going to hold the runner at third. There's a good throw in, holds everybody else. But another run across as Braden Green gets the job done. He drives in another one. It's his second run driven in of the ball game and another single for Braden Green. So Alec Wilson scores. And the danger definitely not over as Justin Fallon steps to the plate with the bases loaded. He's looking for his first home run of the season. That one misses upstairs, 1-0. And again, the way the Bees lineup is right now, it never gets easier. That one misses low, 2-0. Chris Worsing on deck, Carson Shoup after him. Everybody swinging the bat well right now for the Bees. 2-0. That's going to hit the back of the helmet of Fallon, and that'll put him aboard and played another run for the Bees. So Fallon will make his way down to first. Rookie Allison scores. Huddleston over to third. And still bases loaded for the Bees with already 2 across. The Bees lead is 6-1 now. They had those 2 runs in the first and the second, didn't score in the third, and threatening to put a big number up here in the fourth. And Chris Worsing at the plate. Flew out to center his last time up. He is 1 for 2, though, as he doubled back in the first. And that breaking ball misses inside, 1-0. Nobody out here in the top half of the fourth. The 1-0 swung on, popped up. It's right on that first base line. Montgomery there will make the grab. An infield fly was on as well, and it's the first out of the inning. So the important first out for Claywell will bring Carson Shoup to the plate. He singled his last time up. He also drove in a run back in the first on the ground ball to the right side of the infield. And he's got all kinds of opportunities here with the bases loaded and 1 gone. He'll ask for time and a long look in by Claywell. Huddleston stands at third, Green on second, Fallon at first. And Claywell brings it home. The breaking ball across for strike 1. Able to get ahead 0-1 on Carson Shoup. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball left side of the infield. Martin cannot glove, and everybody's going to be safe. Another run scores. It's going to be an E5, and it's a 7-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. So Huddleston scores as they're running on contact. Carson Shoup puts the bat on the ball and finds his way aboard on the E5. So Juju Yano now stepping to the plate. He's looking for his first hit today, 0 for 2 so far. This would come in a big way. Already 3 runs across for the Bees here in the inning, and that's a great breaking ball across for Claywell. Still bases loaded with 1 gone. After the ground ball by Carson Shoup. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. One up in the zone. We'll have a chat on the mound between the catcher Long and Claywell is on the mound. Yano, the strikeout victim in the first, flew out to center his last time up. Him and Holroyd, who's due up on the on-deck circle, the only 2 that have not been aboard today for the Bees. 0-2 count to Yano with bases loaded and one out here in the fourth. Claywell out of the stretch. Breaking ball, foul tip back into the mitt for out number 2. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Wyatt Claywell. And the second out of the inning is a big one. Those 3 runs across, and the Bees were looking for that one big hit to really get it going here in the fourth. But now Claywell trying to strand 3 of them out there. Swing and a foul back by Holroyd. He's trying to find his first time aboard today as well. Claywell working out of the stretch with the bases loaded and 2 gone. The breaking ball fouled up and out of play, and it's 0-2. Holroyd up on the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Claywell ready to go with the 0-2. That one gets away from Long. Green is going to come home from third. He will score. Kind of took an awkward bounce. It didn't hit the bat. It just popped out of the glove of Long. So Green scores, fouling all the way up to third, and Shoup now up to second base in the process, and another run across for the Bees. It's 8-1. So missed inside for a ball. It's a 1-2 count to Holroyd at the plate. One-two from Claywell, misses upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Holroyd, who's been able to battle back and get it even. Still has runners on second and third in scoring position. 2-2. Right side, and that's going to drift foul and out of the play into the Smith County bullpen. We'll try the 2-2 again with 2 outs. Fallon's over at third, Shoup on second. 4 runs across for the Bees in the inning. It's been 3 singles so far, a walk and a hit batter and an error. 2-2, and we'll do it again. Good battle again by Holroyd at the plate. Claywell trying to get out of it as Preston left the mound with the bases loaded. And nobody out. Those 3 runs came across, and Alec Wilson, rookie Allison, and Evan Huddleston. Claywell allowed Braden Green to reach. He came home to score. That's the only run that is credited to him so far. Comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, fouled off again. Inside part of the plate, and able to get the barrel to it to foul it away. The count remains 2-2, and got to get the foul balls back in. Claywell on the mound trying to get out of the inning. A prolonged inning here for the Bees. Here's the 2-2 again. Right side of the infield, Montgomery. Can't glove, gets past the second baseman as well. 2 runs will score, and it's a 10-1 lead for the Bees. Carson Holroyd gets the job done. They're going to call it an error on the right side of the infield, but it doesn't matter because 2 runs come across, and Carson Holroyd standing safely at first base. And now the Bees have batted around here in the inning as Alec Wilson comes to the plate for the second time here in the fourth. As that one is swung on and out of play, and it's 0-1 to Alec Wilson. 6 runs across here in the fourth. A 10-1 advantage for Upperman here on the road at Smith County. And Alec Wilson at the plate for the second time here in the inning. He's walked a couple of times today. That one misses upstairs, and it's 1-1. Claywell brings home the 1-1. That one fouled back, and it's 1-2. It was a great battle by Carson Holroyd. Behind in the count, had 2 strikes on him, fouled off a few pitches, and then was able to hit it right side of the infield and kind of in between first and second, unable to make the play. The error on that right side of the infield. Plates a couple of runs. Runner goes long. It was down in the dirt, and Carson Holroyd will take second base. It's a Turf Masters stolen base for Carson Holroyd. Wilson still at the plate, the 2-2. And that's the third out of the inning. Looked like it was pretty far outside as everyone is kind of confused what's going on, but we had to the bottom of 4, and it's a 10-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
The bottom of 4 here at Smith County, and the Owls coming back to the plate. There's Goose. He's walking across the field. He's out here today getting great photo content. He might have some video content coming out as well. And the Owls, they're looking for hits here in the bottom of 4, down by 9 runs. And Chris Wersing, a long rest in between innings. He's back out on the mound here in inning number 4 of work. He's only allowed the 1 run so far. It was the home run by Bennett Gammon back in the first. And after the long break, he pumps a strike in there. Is leading it off is Morgan Sinclair, the shortstop. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Morgan Sinclair, Walker Hackett, and Caden Mason. They're going to check on rookie Allison, make sure he's good after that foul tip. Umpire will take a beat. He'll head over to the dugout as well. 67 pitches so far for Wersing. 40 strikes. Not a too bad ratio for Wersing on the mound. Again, the 1 run allowed so far. That's the important number through 3 innings of work. He's at 0-1 right here on Sinclair. Brings home the breaking ball. That's a great one across for strike 2. Bees looking to get a win today, going into a good one tomorrow against Friendship Christian School. That breaking ball will miss upstairs. And a 1-2 count. Of course, Friendship Christian School, one of the perennial powers in Division II. There's the 1-2. That's upstairs as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sinclair choking way up. He flew out his first time up. That's just his second AB. Here's the 2-2. That one hammered out to left. And making the grab is Evan Huddleston in left field. Blocked off by the pole, but he did make the grab out in left for the first out of the inning. And a nice catch as well as he made it on the run. Had to turn on the Jets at the last second, but able to make the grab out in left field. So that's the first out of the inning. And Walker Hackett, the DH, will come to the plate for the second time. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. First one from Wersing. Back up the middle. Yano, gloves, throw to first is a good one on time for out number 2. What a play by Juju Yano for the second out of the inning. And quickly 2 down here in the bottom of 4. Had to make a good throw to get the speedy Hackett down at first, and he was able to do so. Juju Yano showing off the leather. So Caden Mason steps to the plate now. He walked his first time up, one of the few base runners. And that one swung on, drifting foul. And it will be a foul ball. Alec Wilson making his way down there for strike number one. Worsing again, mentioned at 67 pitches at the beginning of this inning. Trying to keep that pitch count down a little bit and work cleanly here through the fourth. Here's the 0-1. That one bounces away, 1-1 count. Six runs across in the top half of the inning for the Bees. They now lead 10-1. That one's fouled off, and it's 1-2 now. On Mason at the plate. Two gone in the inning after the fly out and the ground out. Mason will step back in with 2 strikes on him. Worsing trying to go 3 up, 3 down. Here is the 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. It's another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing. And he goes 3 up, 3 down. In the fourth, we head to the top of 5. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
And going in the top half of the fifth, 8-9-1 due up for the Bees here in the top half of the fifth, and they're 1 run away from the run rule. Of course, the Smith County Owls will have another chance no matter what coming up in the bottom half of the fifth, but rookie Allison, Evan Huddleston, and Braden Green due up here in the inning. This one hit a hard and high in the air out to left by Allison, playable out and left, and that catch will be made by Caden Mason for out number 1. That's good for Claywell on the mounds here in relief of Preston, who's out in right field now to get that first quick out. And Evan Huddleston will step to the plate for the third time today. He's singled a couple of times, 2 for 2 with a run driven in and a run scored. This is that one, also high out to left. Play ball in left center. Gammon calls off Mason and makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And Claywell trying to work very quickly through this fifth inning of work. Now he's got to deal with Braden Green, who's 3 for 3 with a couple of singles, a home run, 3 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. He has had one heck of a week so far, and still another game tomorrow. That one's a called strike on the inside corner, 0-1 on Green. Hit his second home run of the season back in the second inning. Comes the 0-1 from Claywell. Misses away, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Claywell. That's a called strike on the outside corner. Now 1-2 to Braden Green. See if he can work clean through the fifth. Give the Owls a chance coming up in the bottom of 5. 1-2. That one dug out of the dirt, and that one through. Looked like it was headed for the dirt. And kind of a Vlad Guerrero swing. And sends it out, and Green now 4 for 4 on the day with another single. Justin Fallon will get a chance here in the 5th. As Noah likes to say, he definitely dug out the lob wedge for that one. Runner at first with 2 gone. Fallon at the plate. That one a called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Fallon has scored a couple of times today. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. Now he's behind in the count 0-2. He has singled once today as well. He struck out in the second. 0-2. Misses outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Green trying to bounce around over at first with Long behind the plate. 10-1 lead right now for the Bees in the top half of the 5th with 2 outs. Check to first. Green back in safely, but not by much. Great move by Claywell on the mound. One-two count to Fallon at the plate with 2 gone. Green over at first for the Bees. Claywell trying to get cleanly through the 5th. Got the first 2 outs on 2 pitches. And then Braden Green was able to dig one out of the dirt for a single. Runner goes, and Fallon sends this one a mile into the air and out of play. That'll sail behind us, hit the streets, and into a backyard. So Braden Green will have to make his way back to first. And Fallon will step back in with a 1-2 count. Claywell delivers. Breaking ball misses high. Long the throw down. A little bit off the bag, and Braden Green has himself a Turf Masters stolen base. Second stolen bag today for the Bees. And a runner in scoring position for Justin Fallon with a 2-2 count. Fallon has only driven in 1 run so far this year. Obviously not as many ABs as some of the other guys. 2-2. Hammered out to center field. And you can kiss that baseball goodbye. Justin Fallon way over the wall in center field. And Fallon makes it an 11-run lead as he absolutely smashes one over the wall in center and takes the long trip around the bases. He had been looking for his first big fly of the season. He's got it right there on a 2-run shot here in the 5th. And these Bees bats have really come alive here about this 4th week of the season. Second home run today for the Bees. First one of the season for Justin Fallon. And it's a 12-1 lead here in the 5th. Chris Wersing at the plate with 2 outs. That one popped up high in the air out to left. Mason trying to find it out in left field, and he will do so. But Justin Fallon strikes, and it's an 11-run advantage, and the Owls got a score coming up in the bottom half of the inning. You're watching high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Owls trail by 11, and the Bees are looking for back-to-back run rule victories after Justin Fallon cranks one over the center field fence. Absolutely hammered. Bennett Gammon just turned around and watched it fly, and Justin Fallon has his first home run of the season, the Tennessee Tech signee, and as Noah mentioned earlier this week, his first home run probably coming very, very soon. That ball was crushed. And I'm sure one of many that we will see this season. Already 2 home runs today for the Bees. And now for Smith County coming to the plate, they got to get 2 runs across to extend this game and send it to a 6th inning of work. It'll be 9-1-2 due up. Jayden Preston, Wyatt Claywell, and Bennett Gammon. So they will have their top of the lineup coming up. Jayden Preston will try to lead it off with a base runner against Chris Worsing, who's on the mound. That one misses high from Worsing, who had his cleanest inning of work there in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down with a fly out, a ground out, and a backwards K. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Comes the 1-1 from Worsing. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Chris Worsing, who's already got 6 Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts on the day. Worsing delivers, and upstairs on that one, 2-2. Preston trying to work the count, get a leadoff base runner aboard. There it comes from Worsing. This is outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Worsing ready to go. The payoff. That one hit out to left field. Huddleston has an eye on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So it's back to the top for the Owls with 1 gone. As Wyatt Claywell now steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. A strikeout and a pop out to the right side of the infield. As Alec Wilson was able to make the grab on that one. It's been a really nice outing for Chris Worsing so far. That breaking ball is going to miss upstairs. Worsing has retired 7 batters in a row. Second time through the lineup has been really clean. Only 1 base runner the second time through. It was Bennett Gammon. That breaking ball is a good one. He was the count up at 1 apiece. Gammon is the only batter to record a hit so far for the Owls today, and he's got 2 of them. That one's across for a strike. It's 1-2. And he will be coming up no matter what. In this inning. Worsing, the 1-2. Breaking ball. Misses just up. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Claywell at the plate. Worsing brings it home. Swing and a miss. It's another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing. The Owls down to their final out. 7th strikeout of the day for Worsing. But he has not been able to record an out against Bennett Gammon, who is 2 for 2 with a home run and a single so far. He's the only player to record a hit against Worsing. 2 hits. 2 gone in the inning. First pitch misses away from Worsing. It's 1-0. He's gotten 2 strikes on him a couple of times. Comes the 1-0. That'll be high in the air out to right, but playable. Wilson traveling back there. Holroyd coming on. Holroyd diving in foul territory, makes the grab. What a grab by Carson Holroyd to end the ball game. And that'll do it. The Bees win it 12-1 in 5 for a second straight game. And how about the grab from Carson Holroyd in right field to finish it out as well. So the fly out to right And Chris Worsing in the process retires the last 9 batters to finish out this ball game, and obviously got some help from his offense as well. And another big win for the Bees, this time in 5 innings as they win it 12-1 in quick fashion here in Carthage. As we welcome you into the post-game show, and for the Bees coming up next, and now they're 7-7 on the season. They'll welcome in Friendship Christian School tomorrow at noon, and in a good ball game in Baxter, and should be a fun one. The Bees have won another game in 5 innings in run rule fashion. And the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game is absolutely going to be Braden Green, who has been on fire. 4 for 4 today, 2 runs driven in, 4 runs scored on the day. It's his second home run of the season as well. Justin Fallon had a great game. He was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. His first home run of the season, a 2-run shot, and 3 runs driven in. Carson Shoup drove in a couple of runs as well, and then on the mound, Chris Worsing was great. 5 innings, 2 hits allowed, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Worsing throws 88 pitches on the day. On the other side, Bennett Gammon had a good day, 2 for 3 with a run scored and a run driven in on the solo shot that he had. He had the single as well. And that was the only 2 hits in the ball game for Smith County. But Upperman wins this one 12-1. Back in action coming up tomorrow at noon against Friendship Christian School. That'll do it for us today. I'm Jacob Vincent saying so long from Carthage. Hope you tune in tomorrow and have a great night.